So David, tell us a little bit about the investment opportunity that you're seeing in oncology today.
Oncology is the largest category in therapeutics. It's around a $300 billion market out of a global medicines market that's about $1.5 trillion, growing double digits. There is a lot of innovation in oncology. Cancer is a leading killer globally. Typically, therapies in oncology are ongoing treatments. If you can develop regimens that enable the patient to have a shrunk tumor for a longer period of time, that patient is staying on that treatment for a longer period of time.
I must say that's a little counterintuitive when you think about the idea of solving a disease, the idea that people are staying on drugs a little longer.
Yes, so history of oncology includes treatments that were very difficult to tolerate, things like chemotherapy, and patients didn't want to stay on them because of the tolerability issues. We're moving into an era where tolerability is very important for patients. They want that enhanced quality of life. So that's a focus for drug discovery and development to be able to stay on these therapies continuously. Patients are receiving multiple therapies at once. You don't want to run into a situation where you're layering on multiple therapies that are difficult for patients to tolerate. You have additive problems there.
And so as you think about kind of evaluating the investment landscape for opportunities, how are you assessing companies?
In oncology, it's very important to be first in class or best in class. If you're first, you get established as a standard of care in the community. Then someone needs to do better than you to give oncologists and patients a reason to switch. But we're looking for companies that don't just have one-off drug hits. We're looking for companies that have a demonstrated capability of delivering multiple successful drugs to market, and companies also that have financial strength. You want the company with the wherewithal to say, look, the competitive landscape is too tough. This drug isn't going to fit in. We want to save that money, and we have the financial strength that maybe we can in-license in or acquire an additional candidate that delivers that kind of value to patients.
How do you then think about these newer entrants versus kind of the maturing part of the pipeline? Is that something that you're having to monitor very closely?
There's always this view that, oh my goodness, there are actually thousands of early stage biotech companies focused on cancer, and isn't threat of new entrants a really challenging porter force for companies, incumbents in oncology? The answer is no. Typically, if these companies do make it to market, they make it to market as complementary products on top of the standard of care that is commercialized by the incumbents already. When something's extremely compelling, it's often the incumbents with the financial strength that say, oh, that's really exciting. I want to license that in, commercialize it myself, or just acquire the company. So very few of these small biotech companies actually make it to more mature biotech companies on their own.
So then what are some of the companies that you've identified that are good long-term investments in oncology?
One that I have that we hold in our portfolios is Genmab. It discovered a drug for multiple myeloma called Darzalex that's commercialized by Johnson & Johnson. Sells around $15 billion a year, so one of the top-selling drugs globally. It is very effective in multiple myeloma, used across the treatment paradigm. It is also very tolerable, so it is used in conjunction with other treatments all across the treatment paradigm. And Genmab both has its in-house discovery and then the financial strength and realistic understanding of the competitive landscape to, when they've identified something that's better than what they have, kill what they have, bring it in.